So it was a roller coaster. I started off really happy. We have the win. Yeah, we're going to win. We're going to end the game. Suddenly like, oh, this is turning. This is bad. Okay, we're lost. We cannot win team fights. We're losing. And then the base race happened, and I started shouting because it was not just beating G2. It was actually more making playoffs. And then my heart was racing for another 5 minutes, even though the game was already over. A little bit shaky everywhere, but it kind of sucks to win that way and not win in a very clean game. But at the same time, those kind of wins sting your opponent way more. So that's also kind of funny.
Hello everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller, joined once again by Youngbuck after another win. You guys are 7-0 in your last 7 games, pretty sure, so congrats on that.
7-0 in our last 7, 8-0 in our last 8.
8-0 is
8, yeah.
Yeah, I lost count, the winning streak was too long at one point.
Yeah, and you always have to say like 8-0 in your last 4 weeks, or it's like, yeah, I was top 6 on the ladder once, instead of saying like top 10, right? Yeah.
Get a maximum.
Yeah, very specific, so everyone knows. Oh, you were 6 at some point. Oh, yeah.
Top 6 basically means you were 6. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but it's a nice way to make it sound even better.
Yeah. 100%. You must be very happy with you guys' wins over the last or the last 2 days in particular. I mean, the win against Splice today was a hard stomp, I felt like. I mean, especially against a team like Splice, who have been looking very strong over the past few weeks as well. We're contenders for second place. So, you're almost a bit sad that you guys couldn't compete for second place anymore?
Yeah, so we went into week calculating every single way that we could make playoffs and could not make playoffs. And then after last night beating G2, we were calculating every single way, which tiebreaker we had to win, and force, and whatnot. So that was our only focus, and sadly, when Origin won, that dream flew out of the window. But I guess if you told me on Thursday that we were going to finish third, I would be very happy and settled for that.
Now, what can we expect from Fnatic going into playoffs? How about, I'm going to rephrase my question. We're going to see a tiebreaker between Schalke and SK. You guys haven't looked so good against SK. And, for example, some people mentioned that Vitality has been looking a bit shaky. Now, you guys do finish third now. So you get to choose who you get to play. Can you already tease us of who you're going to choose?
It's already official, actually.
Oh.
But if you're running around the studio, you probably didn't check your Twitter. Regardless of the outcome of the match, because SK is playing right now against Schalke, we already chose Vitality.
You already chose Vitality. So you did go with some people's predictions. Very interesting. What is the reasoning behind that?
We think that they have a linear playstyle, and we just had to ask ourselves, we think we have the highest win chance against them? At the same time, we also felt like Vitality would take out any other team in playoffs for us because of top lane difference, top side of the map difference. But we were like, Gabriel said, Bwipo, I will be a wall. They will not break me 3 games in a day. And at that time, 2 other players agreed, and I think it was Brox was a little bit quiet in the background. Reckless was in the makeup, so I told the guys, wait a minute, wait for Reckless. I'll tell him that we are not allowed to pick Splice, which we actually wanted to pick, but we're not allowed to. And let's ask Reckless which team is he going to carry against, because he will actually carry if he tells you which team it is. And he said Vitality. Boom. So everyone unanimously agreed.
Even not knowing the other people's answers, that's a very good sign.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you know that the entire Fnatic squad is already on the same wavelength, essentially.
Yeah, because that's basically how it is. We just feel like SK, for example, has a really strong mid-jungle duo that can stop our bot side of the map if they have a good day. And we feel the same about Schalke, where they have a really good bot lane. So they might stop that. And we know that Vitality is usually a top-oriented team. So if we play bot side of the map, they go top side, we're really happy. We think we will always win.
Now, I have to be a bit mad at you, because for the first time in 2.5 years, yesterday, I was sick for a day of ADC. And I missed what I consider probably the greatest game in EU history. Well, I didn't miss it. I watched it at home. But I missed it from the live perspective. And I'm so sad. How could you do this to me, to play this amazing game? But in all seriousness, what were your immediate reactions after the game or during the game even? Could you even believe it? Did you have a heart attack or two? What was going through your personal head?
So it was a roller coaster. I started off really happy. We have the win. Yeah, we're going to win. We're going to end the game. Suddenly like, oh, this is turning, this is bad, okay, we're lost, we cannot win team fights, we're losing. And then the base race happened and I started shouting because it was not just beating G2, it was actually more making playoffs. And then my heart was racing for another 5 minutes, even though the game was already over. A little bit shaky everywhere, but it kind of sucks to win that way and not win in a very clean game, but at the same time, those kind of wins sting your opponent way more, so that's also kind of funny.
I mean, at the end of the day, surely those wins are maybe even a bit more memorable than, a pretty clean game, for example, right?
Yeah, I think the game against Splice we will forget by Monday, and the G2 game you will remember for a couple of years at least.
Exactly. Now, I'm interested in your answer on this one. If you had to play G2 or SK in a best of 5 right now, who would you choose, like, for example, in semifinals? Because that's not a potential result, but yeah, let's go through it hypothetically.
Oh, that would be pretty easy. That would be SK.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Even though, like, stylistically or like in the past, SK has been, handed it to you guys.
I mean, so did G2 once, so...
Fair. And I mean, the game yesterday was very shaky, but you're still 100% on that.
Yeah, I think then you just look at individual power,
Right,
and
fair.
then you have to give it to G2. They're a little bit better in a lot of roles, so then taking SK would be pretty easy.
I'm very excited about like MVP votes and all that kind of stuff, personally. But most importantly, we've already talked about this before, but now you can kind of start finalizing things. The split has been very up and down, well, very down and then very up. Yeah. There was a very funny meme posted by LoL Esports yesterday from 3-7 to 9-7 or 10-7, and it's like, I must admit, they really had us in the first half, kind of thing. Perfect. So, MVP votings.
Yeah.
Selfmade is surely set as rookie of the split, right?
We already gave our votes before this week's games, actually, and Selfmade was our #1 rookie. You probably want to know the MVP votes.
Can't reveal them, I think.
Can I not?
I mean, you can.
We can. I don't think it really hurts if we reveal our vote because there's like 30 people. Voting.
How about you reveal your personal votes, maybe?
Yeah, because the staff, like we as coaching staff, filled in our ballot, right? So
okay.
We voted Kabashar on rank 1. Mm-hmm. I think Caps on 2 and Selfmade on 3.
Oh, okay. So Selfmade that highly in the general MVP voting as well.
Yeah, I think it's basically between those 3 if I don't count any Fnatic member.
Okay, interesting. So what do you make, as someone who's worked with him before, what do you make of Perks' first split as an AD carry?
I think he started very well, and then some patches hit him with crit changes. Mages got a little bit worse because of that. I haven't watched that many G2 games, but I think at least this week he was really struggling for his life. And even after the game, my bot lane was saying like, "Whoa, Perks! I don't know what he was doing in lane, but this is not something an AD carry would do. Like stepping out of line a lot when his support was not near him."
Okay. And like even in team fights, being very aggressive sometimes, like over aggressive stuff like that. Where I personally, from an outside perspective, felt like he expected to have a way back because assassins usually or mages usually do that, like LeBlanc and stuff, but he didn't.
Yeah, but I think that's usually like people like Caps and Perks. They will go to the last millimeter of the play and try to find that line and walk on it, and try to make the big outplays, which is their biggest strength as well as a team and as players. So
yeah, I mean, we've talked about that before when when Caps was still on Fnatic, Caps especially, but Perks also. They do stuff that only they can do, or you feel like that only they can do. Of course, sometimes it doesn't work out, but when it does, it's magical. Speaking of mid laners, what do you make of Nemesis now that he has played his first split? Are you happy with his performance? Are you happy how he didn't let himself get dragged down by the bad early results?
I'm super happy. I think he easily contests for top 3 right now. I think he fits really well into our team. We know exactly what we want from our mid laner, and our mid laner knows what our team needs to win the game. So he adjusts his champion pool to that, and he's just a fantastic guy overall as well. Good attitude, good knowledge of the game, works extremely hard as well. He's always like he's in the office, first guy in the office and the last guy to leave. No joke. So I don't have anything bad to say about him.
Very good work ethic then.
Extremely good work ethic.
Then he must be very popular with the teammates as well. I always felt like that Fnatic was a team of, or at least the players were always very adamant about work ethic and these kinds of things.
Yeah, I think last year was very clear that we were always playing more than our opponents. I think this year it's still the same. However, we have, of course, a few players in apartments. So I think if you're a player in the office, you don't always see your teammates around you playing. So then it feels a little bit different for them, I think. But I still think we're definitely in the top of when it comes to at least like playing the most solo queue and scrimming the most.
All right. That's very good to hear for all the Fnatic fans, of course. Origin, of course, secured the second place spot, looked like a very strong team. They, most importantly though, stylistically look like a completely different team from the vast majority of EU teams we see. They look very calculated. They dissect their opponents almost. They don't give them any resources and that kind of stuff. What do you make of them as opponents, and would you actually be scared to face them potentially?
Scared, no. I respect them a lot. I think they're a good team. I like that they go for a macro focus style, usually around mid and bot as well, which I think is just the right way to play League of Legends. So once again, I can just only respect that, and I know that Mitty is a good Shotcaller, so there's that. But no, I don't fear any team really. If you fear a team, you've already lost.
It's a good rule to have. It's a good rule to have for sure. I think that's also a very general philosophical statement. You know, art of war, something like that. You didn't steal that from somewhere, did you? No.
No, I just made it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Good. Anything you would like to say to the Fnatic fans?
Just want to thank them as always for their support. Slow start, but you guys stuck around, and now you get to reap the rewards from some solid victories and smashing G2 as well.
I have to say, I think from an org's perspective, it's a good thing to get rid of some of the bandwagon fans by tanking some early losses potentially, because now you know who the true supporters are and are still behind your back even when you don't look so good. And a hashtag for the people that watch until the end.
Hashtag see you in Rotterdam.
Hashtag see you in Rotterdam. Let's see what that's gonna happen. Thank you, Joey, for your time. This was Darius from Shotcaller. Hope you guys have a good day. See you guys then. Bye-bye. Hey everyone. Unfortunately, we still don't have a sponsor, so we do really rely on you guys supporting us on Patreon. So we'd especially like to thank Krzysztof Bujnovic, Thomas Göttel, Etienne, Erich Althaus, Lazy Raven, Lama Vyuta, and Adam Novosviat for your support. And of course, all the names of the people you see scrolling past you right now. It is genuinely truth when I say that without you, this wouldn't be possible right now, so we really do appreciate it. Thank you.